A very good morning to all. Today we are going to start second term portion and our lesson's name is Water, a Precious Resource. Lesson 16. We know that water is essential for life. The demand for water is increasing day by day. The number of people using water is increasing with rising population. In many cities, long queues for collection of water are a common sight. Also, more and more water is being used for producing food and by the industries. These factories are leading to shortage of water in many parts of the world. Hence, it is very important that water is used carefully. We should take care not to waste water. You are perhaps aware that 22 March is celebrated as the World Water Day. Do you know why we are celebrating this day? We are celebrating Water Day every year to attract the attention of everybody towards the importance of conserving water. We know that in some places there is an acute shortage of water, taps running dry, long queues for water, fights, marches and protests for demand of water have become a common sight, especially during summers. So, we should save every drop of water. Look at the picture of the earth taken from space. Why does it appear blue? Do you know? Surely you can guess, you have already studied in lower classes. Yes. What is the reason? You are aware that about 71% of the earth's surface is covered with water. Almost all the water on the earth is contained in the sea and oceans, rivers, lakes, ice caps as groundwater and in atmosphere. The water in the oceans and seas has many salts dissolved in it. That means the water is saline. So it is not fit for drinking and other domestic, agricultural and industrial needs. The water that is fit for use is fresh water. The major sources of fresh water are ponds, rivers, springs and glaciers. Water can neither be added nor be subtracted from the earth. Its total volume remains constant. Do you know how it become constant? You know that water on the earth has been maintained for millions of years by various processes which make the water cycle. In water cycle, water can be seen in three forms, which are they solid, liquid and gaseous. Solid. The solid form of water is present as ice caps at the poles of the earth. Snow-covered mountains and glaciers are also example for the solid state. Liquid state. Liquid form is present in oceans, lakes, rivers and under the ground. Liquid means water. Okay. Then the third form is gas. Water is also present in the air in gaseous form as water vapor. The continuous cycling of water among its three forms, that is solid, liquid and gaseous, keeps the total amount of water on the earth constant even when the whole world is using it. The water vapor in the air condenses to form tiny droplets of water. We know that what is condensation, isn't it? The conversion of water vapor to liquid. Okay. So the water vapor in the air condenses to form the tiny droplets of water. which appear as clouds. Okay, many tiny water droplets come together and fall down as rain, snow, or hail. The circulation of water between ocean and land is known as the water cycle. So what is water cycle? Water in the form of vapor goes into air by the process of evaporation and transpiration. Okay, and this water vapor forms clouds and then comes back to the ground as rain, hail or snow. This is called water cycle. I think water cycle is clear for you. The next one, year 2003 was observed as the International Year of Freshwater. Why we are observing this year as International Year of Freshwater? To make people aware of these dwindling natural resources. So let us wind up today's class. Now you have two activities. The first one, make two posters based on importance of water. And the second one, collect clippings from newspapers and magazines related to water shortage and paste them in your notebook. These two activities you have to do in your chemistry notebook and send me the photo. So, thank you all. If you have any doubt, please call me.